Alright, so I haven't made a video in a while because I've been super busy. I've been rebuilding the wall that is that direction of the office. I got the OSB hung and everything. Uh, it's now a hurricane. I was hoping to get the Tyvek up before the hurricane, but I did use exterior OSB with expensive crap that was like $30 a board for it. So it should be fine anyways. Not getting any water in. So wasn't able to get the Tyvek up before the storm, but it should be fine. It's coated with some green paint on the exterior of the OSB, and it was like $30 a sheet. So hopefully it's fine. I don't know. It said it would be. I'm not a construction expert. I have used a ton of termite spray though out there. But yeah, that project almost done. I still need to hang the new Hardy board eventually, but that's no rush there. I just wanted to get the damn termites out of the wall before this building collapsed. Uh, there were a lot in there. There were at least two termite nests in there because I found them in two separate spots. And when I say I found them in two, like a little cluster of them where there were tons of them plus eggs, and they was a really small colony of carpenter ants down on the sill plate. I think that's what you call that. The board that's down on the bottom that everything else goes to. So I had to cut that out with a sawzall and put a new section in there too. So it's been fun. It's been a lot of work. It's hard work. I don't like hard work. I like circuit boards. I like work where I get to use my brain and not my muscles. Because I don't know if y'all can see this. I don't really have a ton of muscles there. But all right. So for today's video, I wanted to first bring up update y'all on that project. So that's about done. I know I'm not doing any videos on it, but once I like paint and all looks good, I'll show it off. But not like this. Then the next thing is I've created the Facebook group. I keep mentioning like, hey, we should make a forum or a Facebook group. I went ahead and made a Facebook group. As long as I remember, I'll put a link down in the description there to the Facebook group for basically anyone that is either a hobbyist or a professional technician that works on these instrument clusters. It's not really for the DIYers that just like did their own and that's it. Unless you really have something to bring to the table, but it's anyone that does any automotive circuit boards as a hobby business, as a hobby, or professionally. Same with like the engineers and people that do supplies for this kind of stuff too. If you're a supplier of components and stuff, you're also welcome to the group. Groups probably somewhat temporary. Like I'd eventually like to bring this to a traditional forum kind of setting instead of a Facebook group. Especially because I know not everybody uses Facebook, and I don't blame you. I would love to get away from social media myself, as I talk to you on a video social media platform. Uh, but it's the world we live in today, so I don't think I'll fully escape it. Not with my current business model. Most of my business comes from Facebook and YouTube right now. So, hopefully, I can rope in some of these dealerships and shit, so that way I can go that route instead. But let's open up this box I got and take a look at this. I know exactly who it came from based on that. I didn't have to look at this. I don't know if he wanted his address out there, so I taped over it. But this came from Jeff. I know that because he's the only person that calls me Florida Man. So let's cut this open and see what all we got in the box here. This should be some circuit boards for me to experiment on because I don't want to ruin the ones that I have because I don't have a ton of them. So, oh, we got his business card. Um, Here we go. Let's see here. Well, hey, here's his business card. He puts his email address on his page too. I don't know if he wants you to call or text, so I blocked out his phone number. But yeah, this is Jeff, and he puts his email address on there, so sure it won't be a problem there. Um, that way, y'all know exactly who's sending these. And who I'm talking about. All right. So let's take a look inside here. What do we have here? Alright. We have an odometer 0, and this is a 03 to 04 board. Let's scoot this out of the way. I would love to do some testing on these on this video, but I'll get to why I can't at the moment. I have a new one on the way, so it'll be able to do them really soon. Alright, another 03 to 04. And let's see here. Okay, this one is also 03 to 04. Odometer 0. O304 and let's see here, 0304. So yeah, all of them are 0304 boards. God, we got a lot of these. And this is must be a really common thing for him to see. I really don't get them where they do this that much. I'd love to just power one up. So what we think is going on with these is that they have a bad microcontroller that just will not read EPROMs. God, I had a brain fart to save its life. It just will not read it at all. So that's the problem that these are running into. And yeah, so we'll definitely have to see what's going on with them, why they won't read it. We'll see what exactly is going on with these. Jeff believes, because most of these are from self-repair attempts and stuff, that it's ESD damage to the microcontroller. What I do know for a fact is that it's going to be over SPI communication from it to here, so we can see why it's not communicating. I don't think it's a software issue, and Jeff doesn't think it's a software issue. Totally agree there. Probably not a software issue. But definitely looking at microcontroller problems on here. So yeah, we'll figure this out once I get a new power supply. So that is why I can't do any testing at the moment on these. Last night I was trying to fix a TV that my grandpa gave me. I wasn't recording a video on it. Those random things I don't do videos on. And I was powering the LEDs. It was 30 volts that I needed for it, which that's as high as this goes. Had it at 30. Well, it needed 35. I had it at 30. Was like hoping it would be just enough to light up. You know, sometimes LEDs you can get them to kind of come on at a lower voltage. I was hoping it was enough to get it to come on, and it did not come on. I dropped the leads while it was on 30 volts and shorted it, and although these are current limiting, it did not survive be a dead short at 30 volts. Something is wrong with it. It now just goes up to 60 volts for like 10 seconds and then slowly, or not 10 seconds, for like 2 minutes, and then it'll slowly come down to 0 volts and it won't give any current. So I'm going to take it apart and figure out what's wrong with this one, see if I can figure it out. Hopefully can fix this one, but I did already order a new one on Amazon to get here quick, which really sucks because I was wanting to order some of the kits from China to build a power supply, but I need one like quick because I make money. I need my power supply to power these boards to make money. So ordered one last night, and I'm going to take this apart and see what we see. I'm not going to record disassembly. It's just got screws around it. Take the screws out, it comes apart. Let me get it apart real quick, and then we'll get it. Okay, so before I really get into this video, I just want to say stick around to the end. I started editing, and then I went out and ran and did some more footage. Just stick around to the end because there's something interesting at the end. You'll probably get a hint in the title up there. But yeah, stick around. You'll like the end. I had some fun filming the end of this video. It's not electronics repair related. Okay, I got it apart. I already kind of glanced over it for a second, just to see what everything is and what's going on here. So my first hope for this was that this power supply was like a standalone power supply, and then everything else would be on this control face, so that way I could save this to use for another project in the future. Because I mean, it's perfectly good 30-volt power supply here, and then just replace the front panel, because I didn't really want to get in here and start replacing components on it. But it looks like the only way to fix this would be to do that, and it's just not worth my time. I paid 30 or 40 bucks for this brand new, shipped from China a couple of years ago, and I've made hundreds of dollars, well, like thousands of dollars with it. So I've got my money worth out of this power supply, and it's just not worth the time and effort to fix it. It's probably this IC right here. This is the driver IC for driving the transistors over here. Probably it. It's damaged. Maybe it's the op amp over here for doing the current sensing and all of that. So I really don't care enough to figure out what's wrong with it. To be honest, I was just hoping it'd be like dedicated power supply here, control board over here, and just chuck this and go from there. But that's not the case here. The voltage regulation is all done on this board. So like power supply here, control board there, pretty much. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother fixing this. I also stripped out a screw, and I don't want to bust out the drill to drill the screw off of it. So I'm just not gonna fix this. It'll go in my junk bin. If anybody wants it, let me know. If you pay for shipping, it's yours. I'm not gonna bother fixing this thing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like throwing out electronics that are. I mean, it's definitely repairable. It's just, not worth the effort to me. All right, so enough of this electronics repair for the video. Let's go check out this hurricane. Yeah, go run around and look at the storm. So hopefully you guys like this. It's just gonna be a couple of random clips of the storm, and then that'll be the end of the video. So hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully some of the audio comes through from the recording, but it's super windy, so I don't know. You probably won't be able to hear me in much of it. But yeah. Hopefully you guys like the rest of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, so my brother lives down at a boathouse, so it's all water underneath his house, and then there's a dock, but we got storm surge, so check it out. So there's 2 steps down before you're on the dock, but the water's almost into his unit now. He's got about 6 more inches till it starts getting water in the unit. Might want to start moving stuff upstairs. Hurricane! Alright, so all what we went and looked at was stuff that I could walk to from my house because tradition for a hurricane is you have a couple of beers. So yeah, we weren't gonna drive anywhere. So you saw my brother and I. So we went down to my brother's house. He's right down the street from me. He lives over the water. So walking around and the water's coming up to like here on the dock down there, and then walking down to the point. It's actually not a hurricane here right now. We're just getting tropical storm level winds. So, but the storm surge is just absolutely insane for tropical storm levels over here. Like normally, the storm surge would be about half of what it is. I mean, it's Hurricane Sally, but we're just so far away. It's just tropical storm kind of stuff that we're getting here. But it will travel this way more tonight and tomorrow because I am actually uploading this video same day. So tomorrow it should be a little bit worse over here. Storm surge will probably be actually into my brother's unit. We went. I was gonna walk down to. There's another park over here that's got a big old river through it, and it's totally flooded. It looks pretty cool. I was gonna go walk down there and record some of that, but ended up getting busy moving all my brother's furniture upstairs into his unit, so that way when it inevitably does flood in there, it doesn't ruin all of his furniture. We My dad's owned that unit for a really long time. After Hurricane Ivan came, we actually put in new pilings and lifted it up higher. And then Hurricane Dennis came in like months after we finished lifting it up, which was like the next year, and flooded the unit like 2 inches. So all of the flooring that we put in there is weatherproof flooring, so that way if it does flood again, everything's fine. What sucks is all the electrical and stuff's underneath the unit, so sometimes that shit gets damaged whenever there's a flood. But other than that, that first floor is pretty well waterproof. Yeah, there goes the power flickering again. I got all of this on a ups, so yeah. Hopefully I can get this uploaded before the power goes out. So I'm gonna stop recording here. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you liked it.